So if you're looking to buy a home this year and you're trying to figure out what agent you should use to help you buy the home, here are the top 5 questions you must ask them before choosing which agent you're going to work with, because it will make a massive difference in whether or not you get the home you want to get. Let's get into it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Connor, and I'm a real estate agent here in Tampa Bay. And I'm going to be giving you an insight look into the questions I would ask if I was buying a home this year, which I actually am. And I was looking to get an agent. I already am an agent, but from my experience, I know exactly what questions you should ask, and so make sure you ask these. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, what are the top issues you're seeing buyers face in this market? The main reason why this is an important question is because it is a very competitive market right now, and it's not easy for buyers. So this is a very basic question. They should have plenty of answers to this. And if they don't, it's a big red flag that they're underplaying how competitive this market is. They're just not winning a lot, or maybe they're not doing that much business and they're just completely oblivious to it. So that is number 1. Number 2, what winning strategies are you employing to solve these problems for your clients? So, yes, that there's issues that buyers face, but now what is your solution to it? So this is also another great question. It is an awesome question to then compare the answers of one agent versus another. So you can see, okay, this agent sees these 3 problems. This agent sees, these potential 10 problems and has solutions for all 10, and they've only got solutions for 1. So both very good questions right there. Number 3, where is the market headed this year? Me personally, the reason I would ask this question is to see the level of commitment that agent has to real estate. How well versed are they? How well researched are they? But also kind of see what their answer is, and see if they are, I would say, very realistic and also very humble about, what things you can be 100% certain about and what things you can't. Because I think there's a component of honesty in there that will be revealed. And the reason I say that is because if some agent says, oh, without a doubt, here's what the market's going to do, whether they say it's going to crash or whether they say it's going to soar, that's kind of a red flag answer to me, because it just shows a level of arrogance and ignorance to the not completely predictable nature of any market. So that would be a question I would ask. And the reason I would also be asking that is I kind of want to see if the agent's going to be feeding me a bunch of BS. When I get into a home, are they going to be like, if they really think it's not a nice home, are they going to be like, oh, well, maybe it's not so great, but look at all of this and look at all this. Are they going to be trying to sell me, something that's not great that I'm going to hate in 5 years? Or are they going to be straight up and honest with me? I'm definitely looking for that. So that's something that I would be asking, questions wise too. Number 4, who's your ideal buyer to work with and who is the worst buyer you've ever worked with? The point of this question is to see if you guys are a good compatibility fit. Hopefully, with a little bit of a fun nature of the question, they might answer a little bit more honesty and just kind of get into a story. So that's going to be a big component of it, because, you want to know that during the process that, your personality or what you need is not going to be, contrary to what they're willing to give, and that their personality is not going to be annoying to you either. So that's a big part of it too. The second part of the question with the worst client you've ever worked with, I think the interesting part of that is to see, what things that the agent blames on other people and what things they take their own responsibility for. And that's kind of another little nuance that I would kind of hide in there with that question. And I'm looking to see what the response is based on that. Number 5, and it's a little bit of a trick question, is should we look at off-market properties? Now, a lot of real estate agents really don't ever explore the off-market world, but the reason it's very important, especially right now in this market, is there's barely any inventory. There's about 2 months of inventory on the market. There should be about 6 in a healthy market. So it's very important for the real estate agent to not just be exploring the on-market inventory for you, but also the off-market inventory. And this is a whole nother conversation, but basically it's properties that maybe they're coming up on the market in a couple months, or maybe the owner is open or interested to sell, but they just haven't even contacted a real estate agent at all. And so the next question you're probably asking is, well, how would your agent know about it? And they're going to have to send out mailers. They're going to have to do some digital ads. They're going to have to do cold calling around the neighborhoods. That's where they find these kind of properties. All of this takes money, it takes time, it takes effort. It's not easy, it's not fun. So it's something that most agents don't do. And so this is kind of a little bit of a trick question in the sense that you just kind of see what their response is. If they immediately shoot it down and say, no, we shouldn't take a look at off-market properties, or if they say, what's an off-market property? There's a little bit of a red flag there for you too, because especially where the market's so tight now, if you really want to be in a certain community or want a certain home where you're like, oh, I love this place, it sold 6 months ago, I'd love something like this, you're kind of just hoping and praying that the right one comes up if they're not going to specifically go out and try to find something just like that, maybe in the same community or something like that. And I do speak on this based on experience because it's something I do for my clients as well. And I do find it to be very important. So there you go, guys. Those are my top 5 questions that I would ask a buyer's agent if I was buying a home. And this is based on my own experience as a real estate agent. So these are the 5 questions you're going to want to ask all of them, compare the answers from one person to the next, and then see, who's the best fit for you and who you think would do the best job for you. If you have any questions about my 5 questions or why I chose them, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll be sure to answer it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And if you like real estate, if you want to learn more about it, whether it's a specific topic or market updates or anything in between, go ahead and check out my YouTube channel and subscribe because I make more videos just like this that are super easy to understand and nice and straightforward. But that's it for me today, guys. So until next time, this is Conor Green. Have a great day.